Hi, I'm Carol Renzulli. The local I joined was 1296 in 1973, which later became 547, and it's now 619. I held 2 years as conductor of 1296 and 3 years as recording secretary until 1982, when I started working night shift at San Onofre and couldn't be at the meetings. And I always was sent to work with the oldest men on the job, but they taught me all their secrets, so I loved it. And a lot of foremen said they couldn't hire me when I was out looking for my own job because their men would stop work. But the ones that did hire me, they sent me with the older men on the crew to do pickup, which is fixing everybody's mistakes. But I actually saw someone watching me work, and he walked straight into a column and knocked down on the ground. I kept working, but I figured, you know what? Gotta watch what you're doing and where you're walking. When I went to San Onofre in '82, there were quite a few women working up there, and most of them are still doing it or have since retired. Mental earplugs, because you're gonna hear stuff you don't want to hear, and they'll be telling you you can't do it. But I'm not that person. I could tune anything out if I have to, and it worked. If you can stay busy, they're going to watch a female a lot more on a job than they're going to watch the men. They just assume the men are working. When there's guys fooling around, going to the truck, doing this and that while they're on the clock, every time they came and found me, they found me working. My daughter, who will be 56 at the end of this month, was about 6 when I started, and she was in the daycare from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the elementary school that she went to. So we would leave about 5, have breakfast at Sheldon's, and I'd drop her off at the daycare and then drive to work, and she would be ready to leave about 4 when I got there after work, and we'd go and play soccer, or for later I coached soccer. When we had apprenticeship classes twice a week at night, if I couldn't get a sitter, she came with me to the classes and just sat there and read or did whatever she wanted, and she behaved in class. She got to know a lot of my apprentice friends. I took the test for the apprenticeship and never looked back. These tools are great. They're much better than the ones we had when I was an apprentice. Quiet too. The going rate was $3.75 and a half an hour for first period apprentice. When I worked at Scripps, we were on a yearly salary with 2 weeks paid vacation and 2 weeks paid sick leave, but it worked out to $2.50 an hour, and minimum wage was $1.65 an hour then. But starting at $3.75 and a half an hour was a step up, knowing nothing. And my parents kept saying, what if you fall off a building and get crippled? I said, hey, I can always go back to biology. You know, it's not like I can't do that. I just hated the job. The best part of the union, I thought, especially as an apprentice, is that if you go to class and get your hours in, you're guaranteed a raise. Not because you're a woman and we can't give you a raise, but we're going to give him a raise. If everybody gets a raise if they do their part, go to classes, get their hours in. And that, to me, that was the main advantage of it. There wasn't that at the lab. There wasn't that in any other job besides union jobs.
You blazed that trail for the women coming in.
And I don't really think of it now as any big deal. It was in the beginning. And things are a lot better for women now. I just wish more women were interested or would even consider it as a trade.